You want to earn a Salesforce certification. You are in the right place. Welcome to Salesforce Help Club. I'm Isaac, and this is a quick introduction to Salesforce certifications. There are 3 main steps you should take before taking a certification exam. First, identify the certification that you want. Second, learn about the components of that certification on Trailhead. And third, take the practice exam. We will take a look at each of these steps in more detail in just a second, but first, should you be Salesforce certified? If you are wanting to land your first Salesforce job, the answer is yes. You should try to gain 1 or 2 Salesforce certifications. If this isn't you, or you still aren't sure if you should get a Salesforce certification, leave a comment below and we will try to give you some guidance. Within the Salesforce ecosystem, certifications go a long way. They help to show that you have a baseline acumen and understanding that is necessary in most Salesforce roles. You will probably have a tough time landing an interview if you don't have any certifications. It won't guarantee you a job, but it should open the door to conversations with recruiters and hiring managers. Okay, so you know you want to earn a Salesforce certification. The first step is identifying which one. I advise that you start with the Salesforce Admin certification, regardless of which role you are pursuing. The Admin Cert will set a solid foundation for whatever career path you want to go on in the Salesforce ecosystem. The best resource for looking at Salesforce roles and Salesforce certifications is on Trailhead, so let's go ahead and look at that together. Okay, so when we are on Trailhead, we want to go to the Credentials tab and then click on Certifications. And from here, you'll be able to see all of these different roles that Salesforce has identified. I'd recommend that you take a look at each of these, click on the role, scroll down on the page, and then read this brief description about this role. If that sounds intriguing to you, then click on this little box below, and that will take you to the career path page for this role. Now this is really cool. I wish that they had this when I was getting started. If you scroll down on this page, you can get more detail about this role, see the median salary, the jobs posted, and the job growth in the past 5 years. And as we keep scrolling down, we can see this Salesforce Skills Kit. If I click Learn More here, there's a nice little video here for you, but you can also scroll down and see all of these skills that will make you successful in this role. So if you look at all these skills and you think to yourself, I don't have most of these, well, maybe this role isn't the right role for you. But if you want to have these skills or do have most of these skills already, then maybe it's a role worth pursuing. Okay, if we go back to the career path page and then scroll back up towards the top, I also recommend clicking on the Get Started button here, and this will help you learn more about this role. There's probably a video here for you and some content that you can read that will give you a better understanding of what this role is, what it does, and what you can expect if you were in this role. I think that this is really cool that Salesforce has put this together for you to be able to know which path is the right path for you. Okay, so if you have identified a role that you want to pursue, we will go back to the certifications page on Trailhead, choose that role, and then look at the credentials down below. I'm going to click on Administrator here, just as an example. But again, this is the one that I would recommend you start with if you don't have any yet. So once you've identified the certification that you want to pursue, start chugging away on the trail mix that has been designed for this certification. Once we click on that certification, we can scroll down. We can learn more about the exam here, but if you keep scrolling, you will see a trail mix, which helps you to prepare for that credential. This is step number 2, prepare for the certification exam. So this trail mix, if you scroll down, you'll see all of the different modules here and projects and links that are worth completing in preparation for this certification. I do advise working through the trail comprehensively. Don't just try to complete it. You need to understand the material. That said, if you are getting confused by a module here, make a note of it, what's not making sense to you, and then keep moving. Things will probably start to make more sense as you go. The pieces will start to come together, so to speak. On some trail mixes, they may have some unnecessary webinars or courses. I don't think you need to take any of these, and they can be super expensive. So if you see these at the end of the trail mix, I recommend that you ignore them unless you really need them, and that should take 5 to 8 hours off of your trail mix time. Okay, so after you've completed that trail mix, the third step is to practice for the exam. I believe Salesforce is working on practice exams for each of these certifications. Not all of them will have them right now. I know the admin certification does. So if we go back to that certification page inside of Trailhead, right next to the trail mix, if we look over, we will see the interactive practice test for this exam. Go ahead and take this a few times just to see if you are ready to take this exam and to get a better idea of what you still need to study. All right, let's say you've done steps 1, 2, and 3. Now you are ready to register for the exam. On the certification page inside of Trailhead, you can scroll down towards the bottom and see the Schedule Now button. If you click that, it's going to take you to Web Assessor, which is where you have to create an account or log in if you already have an account to be able to register for this exam. I'm going to log in just to show you what this looks like once you're inside. On the home page, you will have some links here to helpful articles if you want to learn more about how to schedule the exam or what the exam process is like. But if I click on register for an exam at the top, I will see all of the exams that are available to me. I will search for the one that I'm looking for, open it up, and then I'll see that there is an online version and a on-site version. So if you want to go into a testing facility to take this exam, you can. Otherwise, click on the online proctored and register. There will be an amount there that you can see showing how much this exam is going to cost you. Once you click on register, you will see a calendar here. Go ahead and select the time zone. And then after that, once you click on a day, you will see what times are available to you. So find a day and a time that works for you, a time that hopefully will not be stressful for you, and give yourself at least a few extra days to study, to polish up for your exam. All right, so you've prepared, you've registered for the exam. What's next? Well, you should probably do this at the beginning as well, but I would go back into the certification page in Trailhead, and towards the top there is a exam guide. Click on that link. This will tell you more about the exam, but it will also break down the weighting of each section within the exam. So the reason I bring this up now at the end is I don't think you should worry about this as you are studying. I think you should be comprehensive in your study, but at the end I would come back in here, take a look at how the exam is weighted, pick the 3 to 4 highest weighted sections, and then review those sections. If you feel good about these sections, then you will probably pass the exam. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe and like so that I can continue to make these videos for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you soon.